Today's episode of the Read Pile is brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download and a 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/nerdupmedia. Over 150,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player.
I'm Elle, and my resolution for this year is to never buy Rick a Nerf gun again.
And I am the sus man, Rick Sussman, and I am unstoppable! Oh, I ran out of bullets. You are watching the Read Pile.
It's the week of December 31st. Happy New Year!
Aw, hang on.
Aw.
I had something for this.
No!
Yeah!
Yay! Okay.
Alright, that's enough of that.
Aw.
Alright, we don't got any news this week because I don't think anything happened in the last 7 days of the year that I can... Not comic book wise. I mean, I think they named more people in the Daredevil TV show, but who cares? We're waiting for that to come out on Netflix. Forget it!
Yeah.
We have to decide what was the book of 2014.
I know!
Wow, that took a while. Well, I was going to give you 4 books, and then...
I want to pick one.
Just give me a second.
Oh. Okay.
It has to be books that we're both reading, so it's going to be very limited.
I got it.
Okay. Just let me start.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
Alright. So book number 1, Saga.
Mm-hmm.
Book number 2, Batgirl. Gail Simone's Batgirl specifically, because everything after that doesn't count. Book number 3, oh, forget it. Batman. The answer is Batman, isn't it?
Yes.
Is it Batman?
It's Batman.
Is Batman the book of the year?
It's Batman!
Scott Snyder.
Yes!
James Tynion.
I'm gonna give him a high five. 2 high fives, and I go bam, bam.
Greg Capullo.
And then we'll do the elbow bump. Boop.
Okay. So Batman was the book of the year.
Yes.
For you.
Yes, because you know what? I didn't have to worry about any roller coasters or change in writers, and he knows every character that is associated with Batman, the Batman world. He writes everything perfectly, even the person. I don't remember. But you did the annual, and you even kept at that same level. I'm sorry. Whatever.
Tyrion.
Yes.
James the Fourth.
Yes. And it's always been awesome. I have never been let down. I didn't ever have any concern whatsoever with any issue.
See, okay. Batman, Scott Snyder, friend of the show, Scott Snyder.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Yes.
Had an awesome book. I don't know if it was better than Saga, though.
Whatever.
And you know what? Batgirl was really good too, but you know, and then Gale left, so I guess that can't count.
I'm sorry. It gave me some negative points on that.
All right.
When I was deciding, there were categories that I had to check off.
Check off,
Yes. Check off.
but not Scotty or
Ah.
Sulu. All right, so okay, you never had a bad issue.
Correct.
We basically spent 2014 in the 0 year,
Mm-hmm.
but that didn't matter to you. The story was essentially Batman's origin, retold.
Yep.
Oh, and if you're seeing a bit of a shadow, even though it's December 31st here in Orlando, the high today was still 80, so we have to have the fan on here while we're doing the show. Sorry.
Yes.
So, no bad issue. The art, of course, Capullo's art, so perfect for Batman. The arc, as we mentioned, is pretty much constant with... Now, you didn't think Batman and Robin, you didn't think the return of Damien was that important.
I hate Damien. I'm sorry.
Oh, but what about the story, though?
Shit. I don't like him.
Alright, forget it.
Why?
Let's review
What?
this week's books.
What? Time for comic book reviews. This week, very light. In fact, it includes comics that I just didn't have time to read last week because I didn't have anything this week, so it kind of worked out. First up, Gotham by Midnight. It's alright. It's really, it's not bad. It's alright. We're continuing with the same storyline as the first issue. about all the crazy things that we don't always see about Gotham. Kind of, mystical and ghost-like and phenomenons and weird things.
The term is supernatural.
Or supernatural.
Thank you.
Whatever. Anyway, it is very well written. I feel like the story is just moving a little slow, but I'm still intrigued. It's getting somewhere. Just at a very slow speed. I will continue to read, but it needs to pick up. Pick of the week, though. Surprising. And it's not just that I only had 2 books. It was actually good this time around. And as they're laughing at me. Outcast. I know, I complained about it. I said, this is going really slow. And probably the last 3 issues, I said, it's gotta pick up. It's gotta pick up. I hate this. I hate this. I'm gonna keep reading it anyway. It's Kirkman. Oh my god. Come on. And I think somebody, I don't know, I feel like somebody listened to me. I'm gonna feel that somebody personally listened to me, even though nobody did. Because this issue was fantastic. It picks up, Kyle is finding out more about what he can do. He is more demanding about wanting to fix things. He wants to get on board and help out those that are possessed. And we got the Reverend. He's starting to get tangled up in a lot of mess. And there's this mystery guy. Says he's the brother of the neighbor. I don't think so. There's something else going on. He's pretty nuts. It's everywhere, and it's exploding in this issue, and I hope it continues to do that every issue after this, because if it goes down again, I don't think I can take a roller coaster. It needs to stay at this level and keep going, and it will definitely continue to be on my read pile. But in the meantime, we will check in with Rick.
Thank you, Elle, for those relatively comical reviews this week. Comic Cull reviews. Alright, yeah, I'm expanding for time, as they say in the business. As you guys can see, we've got the awesome Gotch, what do you call those? Litho, there we go, print, whatever, that's back there. I told you he'd be watching me do reviews, and he will, forever. Although, I don't know if you're always going to see him, because I'm sitting on a number of pillows in order to get this shot right. I don't have much either. It is the end of the year. You never get books at the end of the year. We were lucky to get so many last week. So, let's begin. Strategic, Homeland, Intervention, Enforcement, Logistics, Division, S.H.I.E.L.D. Oh wait, that's not right. S.H.I.E.L.D. There we go. S.H.I.E.L.D. Okay, quick backstory. The Angry Nerdgirl and I have been watching a lot of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. on the Netflix, and she agrees and I agree. Even though it is Joss Whedon, that should be up here by now, Joss Whedon-esque, it's actually really good. It's so good that I may have bought a Agent Coulson pop vinyl. It's so good that I saw this issue coming out, and I was like, oh, word, it's Coulson and the team, and Fitz and Simmons are there, and Agent May for real? Oh, I'll have to read this. And it's by Mark Waid, who, kind of a dirtbag in many aspects, but Mark Waid is still the man when it comes to writing. He knows how to write a good story. You can say whatever you want about his comic book politics, whether or not he's evil or not. I don't really care, honestly. The man makes good work, and that's all I care about. And you know what? S.H.I.E.L.D. was fun. It's very fun. I don't know how many issues we're going to get out of it. I would be shocked to find out it's longer than like a 5 or 6 issue mini, because, well, let's be honest, it's a comic book that's based on a TV show that's based on a comic book concept. It's like they took the TV show S.H.I.E.L.D. and put it into our comic book continuity. So, like, female Thor is there, and there's a lot of great funny jokes, but it's also Agent Coulson, who I don't believe exists in regular comic continuity, and if he does, I haven't cared to look into it, because he exists in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the TV show, and that's a lot of fun. However, we need to talk about East of West, because, oh yes, East of West, number 16 came out. It's my pick of the week, and I've got the McKelvey variant. because I need all things McKelvey now. Jamie McKelvey. He's also the guy who does Wicked and Divine. Anyway, so East of West. Why do you need to read East of West? I've said it a million times. There's a civil war between the four horsemen of the apocalypse, or this is an amazing futuristic western, or this is just kind of an interesting take on how America could have ended up if Manifest Destiny came from the opposite direction, so to speak, and only like 400 years later. If divine intervention had stopped the original Manifest Destiny and the world had just sort of progressed. It's an interesting take on what the Native American population would have become. It's an interesting take on the Southern, on everything. And Hickman is a world builder, and he creates universes with his comic books. If you want a very in-depth, very deep book that's going to make you think as you read, you can't go wrong with East to West. Like Elle said, this would have been my pick of the week any week. It didn't. It just so happened that I also only had 2 books this week. So yes, it is a little awkward that one book wasn't the pick of the week and the other one was, but I think we both can agree that just because you only have 2 books or 1 book doesn't mean you can or cannot have a pick of the week. So there you go. For you, our loyal followers of The Read Pile, we have an awesome offer from Audible.com. Audible is offering a free audiobook download with a free 30-day trial to give you the opportunity to check out their awesome service. You can download some really great books like The Hobbit, the unabridged version from Tolkien. You can download Divergent, Lean In, lots of great stuff to check out. To download your free audiobook today, go to audibletrial.com/nerdupmedia. Again, that's audibletrial.com/nerdupmedia for your free audiobook.
That's it for the read pile. Rick, what are we thinking?
This year? Oh,
this
man.
year, who are we thinking?
We definitely want to thank our friends, our other sister podcasts at Nerd Up Media.
Yes.
We want to give a big shout out to Daniel and Kelly for the Reasons I'm Broke podcast. Daniel is also sort of our Nerd Up Media, I guess he's our marketing director. He's the guy who landed us the sponsorship with Hero Crate. He's the guy who landed us the sponsorship with Audible. He's the guy who's really in tight with MegaCon. And without Daniel, we wouldn't be half as big of a show as we are. We also definitely need to thank our good friends on the Twitterverse. We already mentioned them: Scott Snyder, Gail Simone, Jason Aaron, Karen Gillen, people who have really put us on the map. Our friends at NXT, of course, Simon Gotch, you guys saw the poster. Mm-hmm. We also want to thank Solomon Crow and Baron Corbin Bailey, all of our NXT friends. This has not even been a full year for the Read Pile, and we have garnered, I think something like 50 or 60 just YouTube followers. We have over 1,000 Twitter followers. We have almost 100 people who are on our Facebook daily. It's constantly updating. Lots and lots and lots of people to thank, but most of all, thank you for being our female co-host. You are 1 episode behind me at all times, but without you, the show would not be nearly as long.
I should record a secret episode.
What? No. And of course, Buster.
Oh, this guy. He's screaming at us. He is demanding to be on here. He would like to announce that he would like to be on the show a little more often, and that may happen in the new year.
Isn't that right, big guy? All right, say goodbye to everybody, Buster.
Goodbye.
Thanks, guys. Thanks. We'll see you soon.
Ready? What is it? Oh my God! It's the 31st. Okay.
Well, you can say the first. You know, it's New Year's Day.
3, 2.